Video L5, naming triangles. Every triangle gets two names. They get their first name from the largest angle they have. So right here you can see that there's a right angle right there. If a triangle has a right angle, then it's a right triangle. If it has an obtuse angle, then it's going to be an obtuse triangle. If it doesn't have either one of those, that's because all three of the angles are acute, and it's going to be an acute triangle. So really I'm looking for right and obtuse first. So which of these are right? I'm looking for that perfect L. I see one there, and there, and there, and there. Four right triangles because they all have those L's. They may have them rotated around in a different place, but they're making it 90 degrees. Obtuse, open wide. Someplace there's an angle bigger than a 90. Yep, right there. Up here it was this angle. Nope, nope, nope. Yep, right there. There's my big angle. That would be obtuse. And nope and nope. And then we get to the acutes. That means they're not going to have any rights or obtuse. No right, no obtuse. No right, no obtuse. He's got a right, he's got a right. Close, but there's no right or obtuse. Got an obtuse, got an obtuse, got an obtuse, got a right, got a right. None of them, that makes it acute. Let's go to the second name. Here's how I teach the kids to remember them. If you have three equal sides, you're equilateral. Makes sense. Equal, all of equal, equilateral. The next two, you have to stretch your imagination a little bit. So if you have two equal sides, it's isosceles. So this side and this side are exactly the same length, so that makes it an isosceles triangle. So if you have exactly two isosceles, I try to tell the kids to remember, oh, it looks like the ice cream cone, even though sometimes you may get one that's really, really wide. And you know, and this side are the same. It doesn't look as much like a cone. Alright, scalene, you're going to have to stretch with me. Since I grew up on a farm, we raised pigs. Every time you put a pig on a scale, it weighs a different amount because the pigs grow really, really fast. So at the beginning of scalene, I see the word scale. So there are no equal sides on these triangles because the pig weighed something here, then it went up, and you got on it again, and it went up even more right there. So let's try some of these out. So here's what I'm looking at. I got a 5, a 6, and an 8. Are any of them the same? No. So no sides the same. That's going to be scalene. 499, two sides the same. Isosceles. Oh, it's the ice cream cone upside down. 777, they're all the same. They're all equal, so it's equilateral. 868, two of them are 8s. So that would make it isosceles. This time the ice cream cone is on its side. 445, two of them the same, isosceles. 6, 10, 12, nobody's the same. So because every time you got on the scale, you weighed something different, so that's scalene. 8, 8, 13, two of them isosceles. A really wide ice cream cone. 10, 10, 10, they're all the same, they're all equal, so it's equilateral. 3, 4, 5. All different, none the same, because every time the number kept getting bigger, it would make it scalene. 5, 12, 13. Again, every time you got on the scale, it got bigger, so that also makes this one scalene. And then 15, 15, 22, two 15s, which would make it isosceles. Okay. I'm going to move ahead a little bit and just go on here, and I'm not really reading the question. I'm just going to show you that besides putting numbers, sometimes they will put tick marks like this. So the tick marks kind of tell you how long the sides are. So basically we have one that's 2, another one that's 2, and one that's 3. So two of them are 2. So two sides are the same. That would make this an isosceles. Over here, two of them are 2s. Again, isosceles. All of them are 2, so they're all equal, so it's equilateral. A 1, a 2, and a 3, none the same, because they keep changing every time you put them on the scale. 2, 2, 3, two of them the same, isosceles. 1, 2, 3, again, every time you put it on the scale it changed, so it's scalene. 2, 2, 3, two the same, isosceles. 3, 3, 3, all the same, equilateral. 1, 2, 3, none the same. Every time it got bigger, whenever you put it on the scale of the scalene. Same thing right here. 1, 2, 3, every time you got bigger. And over here, same thing. Scalene. So, I get my first name from my angle. I get my second name from how many my sides are the same. So we're going to go through and do the 7 different kinds of triangles. So right here, the biggest angle is acute. There are no right or obtuse angles. 2 of the sides are the same, so that would be acute isosceles. So this is an acute isosceles triangle. There's number 1. Then we have this one. Right here I see a right angle, so it's a right. And then we count the sides, 1, 2, 3. They're all different. Every time you get on the scale of the scalene, you were different, so it's a right scalene. Got a big obtuse angle right here, so his first name's obtuse. Check the sides, we got a 2, 2, and 3. 2 of them are the same. When 2 are the same, it's like the isocrene cone, it's isosceles. I'm looking at angles, none of them are quite 90, so this looks like it's an acute. 1, 2, 3, none of the sides are quite the same. So every time it gets bigger when you put it on the scale, because it's an acute scalene triangle. Right here I see the right angle. Check the number of sides out, they're the same. Two sides the same. Isocrene cone has 2 sides the same, and so does an isosceles triangle, so it's right isosceles. Obtuse angle up there at the top. 1, 2, 3, all sides are different, because every time you get on the scale, they were big weight something different. And remember, it's scalene, so this is an obtuse scalene. I think we got 1 to go. Yep. This is the perfect triangle. It's an acute equilateral. You may have noticed that the only way you can be equilateral, have all sides the same, is if you're acute, because since these sides are the same, it also means these angles are the same. So this would be a 60-degree angle, and a 60-degree angle, and a 60-degree angle, because they always add up to 180 on a triangle.